Do you or anyone you know play the game of soccer? Even if you don't play personally, chances are you know someone who does. Why? Because soccer is the most popular sport in the world. Across the world, soccer is played in more than 200 countries. Although we don't generally think of it as a huge spectator sport in the US, it is increasing in popularity around the world as we speak. My objective here is to educate you with a general overview of the sport and its history. To start, I want to talk about some of the rules that you will need to know before jumping into a game of soccer. One of the most important rules in soccer is no hands. The goalie is allowed to use their hands to pick up and throw the ball, and the only time the other players are allowed to use their hands is when they are taking a throw in. Another thing I want to cover is what the different lines on the field represent, so you can better understand the other rules. As you can see here, some of the different parts of the field begin with the goal lines. The goal lines are the two lines that you can see here on the right and the left. The touch lines are the two lines that you could see here on the top and on the bottom. The touch lines is where the throw-ins take place. In this image, you could see the two smaller boxes on each half of the field. These boxes are also known as the six. The other two big boxes on each side of the field are also known as the 18. Inside the 18, a penalty kick can occur. That is what the two small dots are. A penalty kick is where if a player gets fouled inside of this box, that player that was fouled gets a chance to take a shot versus only the goalie and himself. The other thing that can occur in this box is this is the only space where the goalie is able to pick up the ball with his hands. Some other important rules are the out-of-bounds rules. On two of the sides of the field, when the ball crosses the touchline, the ball is out of play. When this occurs, the team that did not kick the ball out takes a throw-in, but has to stay behind the line when they throw it. The rules are different on the other two sides of the field. If the team that is defending kicks the ball out across the goal line, it results in a corner kick. A corner kick is placed on the corner of the field closest to where the ball went out. If the ball is kicked out across the goal line by the attacking team, which is the team on offense, it results in a goal kick. A goal kick takes place on the 6. Some of the general rules are that during the game, there are only allowed to be 11 players on the field at a time for each team, and all players are required to wear a jersey, shorts, socks, shin guards, and cleats. One other thing you should know is the offside rule. This is when an attacking player receives the ball while on his opponent's half. You must be level or behind the second to last defender. However, this rule only applies if you are involved with the play or if you are receiving the ball off of a throw-in, goal kick, or corner kick, as you could see in this video. One last thing you should know about is direct and indirect kicks. A direct kick can be shot directly into the opponent's goal without touching another player. An indirect free kick is indicated by the referee raising his hand during the kick. This kick can only go into the goal if it has already been touched by another player before it enters the goal. The ball must be stationary for both types of kicks. The huge popularity that soccer has across the world is due to its universally positive experience and its ability to bring people of world culture together. Soccer is enjoyed and played by people of any age. Soccer has been played by around 4 million people across the world and has been crowned a global sport. Soccer is the world's most viewed sporting event, and it has become a part of some people's life to gather and watch the FIFA World Cup. There are a lot of great soccer players around the world, but some of them stand out more than others. Lionel Messi is one of the best soccer players to ever live. He plays for FC Barcelona in Spain and the Argentina national team. He is an amazing team player, and not only does he have many great assists and key passes, but he is always using his vision to keep his teammates involved. He has great tactical intelligence, finding free spaces to move into, receiving the ball, and then laying it off to a teammate to build attacks. Another famous player is Cristiano Ronaldo. He plays for Juventus FC in the Portugal national team. He is also one of the players with the most number of goals of all time. Ronaldo has managed to score 121 goals in the UEFA Champions League, and his fans following him around the world and on the internet also made him one of the most popular soccer players ever. In the mid-19th century, soccer was created by England. The people from England called this the game of running and kicking, also known as football. Not because it was played with your feet, but because the game was played on foot rather than horseback. The amazing game was created by Johan Cruyff, who later dies at the age of 68. In 1862, the first ever soccer team, Notts County FC, was founded. Later, in 1865, Buenos Aires FC was formed by British residents. The first ever football tournament, the Uden Cup, was played by 12 Sheffield clubs in 1867. The Cornwall Cup, the second oldest football tournament in the world, takes place in 1868 with the Sheffield rules. You may be wondering when soccer came to America since it started in Europe. Soccer has been played in America's soil since at least the late 1800s. But the sport as we know it today had its first wave of popularity in the 1920s. Whether you are new to this sport as either a player or a fan, my hope is that the information I provided is useful as you embark on your soccer journey. With the increasing growth of the sport in the U.S., just knowing the ins and outs of the game and a bit of its history will make you a more informed spectator.